Good evening, everyone. This is Coach A. I'm checking in live from Decaf Coffee Republic. We're located at the second floor of Pioneer Street Market, also known as PSM. We're inside HMR parking compound along Reliance from the city of Mandaluyong. You're joining me for Kapehan Night. This is brought to you by Decaf Coffee Republic. We exist for two things. We inspire people and help transform lives. And tonight, I'm joined with my certified life coaches in the house. Hindi po yan kansa. Meron po talaga kaming guests, okay? And we have also a lot of beautiful new ones in the house. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Alright? We don't show them, okay, on camera, but most of them you will hear the voice. That's not count. Coach Mel from Cebu and Coach Bell. Coach Mel, you have friends here and on floor. Thank you for inviting them. And for those of you who've been inviting people to come over, some of them are here tonight. And so thank you. Maraming pong salamat for joining us tonight. We're talking about communication skills. We're talking about communication strategies. You're joining me for Kapehan Night. Kapehan Night is a weekly talk where we talk about life, money, career, anything under the sun. But for tonight, we're talking about your strategies and communication, because according to Robert Greenleaf, many people attempts to communicate but are being nullified because of saying too much or saying less, or by saying nothing at all, but your words will communicate a lot. So some words, you can just describe it, you can just say it just once, and different meanings will come out of your mouth, okay? So this is Coach A. I'm a certified life coach. Just in case you're joining me for the first time, I am a life coach, and there are two things that I do. Number one, okay, I empower people to be mentally fit so you can stay alive and live beautifully. I coach people back to life of freedom, control, happiness, and joy, because I believe there's only one thing that you can control in life, and that is yourself. I also do life coach certification program in behalf of the Life Coach Training Institute that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. And interesting, I want you to know you, to let you know that by next week, our CEO and founder, Lakendra Smiley, will be back in the Philippines. Master Coach Lakendra, if you're watching, hello, good evening from the Philippines, good morning there in US. She will be here, and you can join us on Thursday next week. That's March 14 here at Decaf Coffee Republic. So next week, I will not have my Strengthening Thursday. I will not have my usual coaching for the soul. But instead, I will give the floor to Master Coach Lakendra Smiley. So just in case you're available next week, that's going to be March 14. The CEO and the founder of the Life Coach Training Institute that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA will be here in Manila. So we are also flying out, okay, on March 15, going to Tacloban for our certification class, back-to-back, March 16 and March 17. So Coach Kay Sabala and the rest of the tribe in Region 8, we will be there by next week, okay? We will be doing our third run of certification class in Tacloban. Now, for those of you who are in Manila, okay, within the area, within the region, the next batch of certification class here in Manila is on April 6 and 12. Recently, last Saturday, we welcome, okay, batch 18 to our global community of certified life coaches. So we welcome 8 new certified life coaches in the house. So congratulations to our batch 18. Just in case, all right, you are interested to know more about the second fastest growing industry in the world, this is the house, this is the home of certified life coaches, and we help people transform, we help people facilitate transformations in their lives. So if you are stuck in life, if you are waiting for that right moment to get out from your abusive relationship, if you are waiting to be promoted at work, or you're just wanting to move on, okay, from a hurtful relationship, from a breakup, we've got relationship coaches in the house. So specifically, I have my son and my spouse who's doing that. We've got people in the house who's also specializing in mental health. Okay, nandito po sila. Pwede kayong pumalakpak. Okay. Oo, marami po kami dito ngayon. We've got people who are also working on structure, in the corporate world, where we have people who strategize in leadership. So there's a lot of coaches. We have a total of 128 life coaches right now in the Philippines. So just in case you need help, we're here to help you. Okay, but for tonight, this is Coach A. You're joining me for Coaching Tuesday. Kapehan Night is brought to you by Decaf Coffee Republic. In any days, okay, you are interested to experience life coaching, you can come over, because all the directors in the house are all certified life coaches. Coaches, nasan kayo? Ayan. So you don't need an appointment. You can request for an assessment, a complimentary assessment program with us. You can just come over. You can just drop by and have somebody talk to you about life coaching. All right. So tonight we're talking about communication strategies. It is PARAVERBAL. I don't know if you know what is about PARAVERBAL communication. Okay, a lot of people have attempted in the house to really take their view of PARAVERBAL. But one challenge that I have given my on-floor guests, which I'm now throwing into you online people. Okay, think of a word, okay, or words where when you pronounce it, when you say it, okay, in 3 different ways, you will have 3 different meanings. Okay, if you can think of a particular word, earlier we had mahal in Tagalog, we have much in English, okay, and then the rest of the words kasi dalawa lang, okay, and then we have sentences, okay. So, but I'm looking at particularly just a word, okay, just a word that you can pronounce, you can state it in 3 different ways, and you'll have 3 different meanings. Okay, let's proceed. Okay. How many of you here, on-floor guests, have experience, okay, saying one thing with all sincerity, with all clear motives, okay? You said one thing, and after a while, the person next to you or the person whom you are communicating, receive it otherwise, and you started having miscommunication. How many of you, okay, attended a meeting, and attended a gathering, attended a discussions, and different meanings, different interpretations came into the room, and all of a sudden, everybody's giving their own interpretations. Okay, Aiko, okay, Coach A watching from Eastern Samar. Hi, Aiko. Okay, RJ checking in, and Coach Jasmine. Okay, so how many of you have experienced, okay, that once in your life, na-experience mo nang na-misinterpret ka? Okay? Sabi nila, lost in translation, miscommunication, but the experience just, iba lang yung sinabi mo, iba lang din yung pick up nung kasama mo o nung kausap mo. Any one of you who experienced that? Okay? Many of us engage in communication in different ways every day. Okay, you communicate at home. Sino dito may kausap po sa bahay? You communicate traveling. Ibig sabihin, you are a commuter. Okay, yun. Yung kanina, para mama. Okay, pwede. Okay, sumasakay ng MRT, bayad po. Okay, alright? Who among you communicates, okay, when you get to your work, meaning you are working with people, you're not working only with a computer. Who among you here? Okay, who among you here, okay, communicates with other members of your family throughout the day? So meaning, you can do phone call, you can do some chat at the middle of the day. Sino doon may ganong provision? Who among you here is into a work wherein, apart from communicating with your office mates and co-workers, part of your work is also to deliver a speech. Deliver a message. Oh, yung mga boss, right? Who among you here, okay, would have an experience sa pagdating mo sa bahay, okay, you need to give your wife, your spouse, okay, your children, a moment where they have to hear your words. They have to hear your statement. Okay, sabi ng mga anak, sermon daw yon. But you know, who among you have that daily? You have those responsibilities. And who among you here have dogs at home? Cats at home? Yeah. Who got pets at home? Truth of the matter, you communicate with your pets. Yes. Agree? Agree. See? Okay. And think about this. The way you communicate with people and the way you communicate with pets are different. Yes. Okay. Test this. Ang cute mo. O, paano mo sasabihin pag tao? Paano mo sasabihin pag pet? O, sabihin mo doon sa katabi mo. Dali, try mo. O, dali. Paano sasabihin ang cute pag tao? Paano sasabihin ang cute pag pet? Pareho mo sasabihin. Let's try. Have you tried? Kausapin mo yung katabi mo. May katabi ba kayo? We're talking about communication strategy. Now, let's practice. Paano mo sasabihin sa katabi mo yung cute? Ang cute mo. Ha? Okay? How will you say I love you to a pet? say it to a human being? If you are communicating with your pet the way you're communicating with a human being and vice versa, there must be something wrong with that. Right?
Depende sa human being.
Oh, let's try. Depende daw sa human being. Let's try. Okay. Can you check with the human being and with the pet kung kumain na? Oh, how will you say that? Pag pet? Oh, ano? Kayo siya, paano? Pag kumain ka na, paano sinasabi? Pag sa tao, paano? Hindi ba pwedeng kumain ka? Pag pet? Pag pet? Okay, okay.
Pag stranger.
Pagkakaibigan mo malambing. Tapos,
Pag stranger.
may kunot ng noo. Okay. Babasahin ko sana eh. Sige. Okay. To all our online guests. Okay, si Chona watching, Nordeline and Diet Zoo. Okay, hello, good evening. Join us and have fun. Okay, try it if you are watching with someone else right now. And if you want to tag some of your friends, think of the words, okay, that you can say in different ways and will definitely have a different meaning. And earlier and right now, I'm challenging you even to say the same statement, okay, to a different audience. Isa sa tao, isa sa hayop. Okay? You realize how your tone will change even if you mean the same? Okay, depende daw sa tono, sabi ni Coach Mel. O, online na po si Coach Mel. Coach Mel, you have friends on floor. Alright, so, let's move on. When we say the word communication, what do you think of? What do you have in mind? What comes to your mind when you hear the word communication? Okay? Most of you will think that when we talk about communication, we talk about, or you think of spoken words. Okay? However, okay, people who have hearing impairment, okay, might still be able to communicate using sign language. Okay? Some people who may not have, impaired hearing, okay, may hear the same language, may hear the same words, but have a different interpretation. So what is really a communication to you? What is a communication? Communication is, come on now.
Transmitting message to...
Transmitting message? Sir, what is communication? To express a message to someone else? Okay. Apple and Mac, ano dyan? Anong communication? Understanding of the message? Dito, on my left.
Expression of your thoughts in a way that others would understand.
Okay, that they would understand. Okay. When you communicate, okay, there is an interchange of thoughts. Okay? Remember this. When you communicate, remember there is an interchange of thoughts. Meaning, you have a thought, okay, you communicated it, somebody received it, and definitely whether you hear the message or not, you hear something back, there is immediately an interchange of thoughts. Think about it. Okay, let's try. Say something to the person next to you. And the person, pag narinig mo, wag kang sumagot. Come on now, let's try. Say something to the person next to you. Kung may katabi ka. You heard something? Rog, may katabi ka. Gosh! Okay, what happened? What happened? Isn't it when you receive the words, when the person said something to you, even if hindi ka nag-reply, something happens to your mind? Meron ba? Una, narinig mo ba yung sinabi? Ay, ulitin natin. Say something to the person next to you. Okay, so what happened? There is an interchange of thoughts. Somebody said something and that person saying something, conveying something, is sending a thoughts. And you receiving that word, you have a thoughts, kahit sinabi mo o hindi. Tama, mali. Okay, sabi nung isa, hi, sabi nung sa utak mo, plastic. Grabe siya. Oh, kasi ganun yung nakita kong communication, hi. Diba? Hello. O, anong message yun? So there is immediate an exchange of thoughts. You think that communication, okay, sabi nila, no, hindi pwedeng one-way communication. Kaya nga communication, there must be an exchange of thoughts. Maybe, walang exchange of verbal, but there is still an exchange of thoughts. Next, there would always be a speech, a writing, a sign to communicate the thoughts. Now, remember that the effectiveness of your communication can have different effects in your life. Okay, the way you communicate, that's why I want to talk about communication strategies tonight, because many people don't understand, all right, here's the thing, okay, that, okay, the quality of your life is directly affected, influenced by your communication strategies. Okay? There are things that are highly, directly affected, okay, by your communication strategies and the way you communicate with people. Number one, your level of stress. Your level of stress. Okay, would you agree with me that the way you communicate, the way you speak words, the way you deal with people, since a communication is an interchange of thoughts, okay, can, okay, increase your level of stress or can tame the level of stress and pressures in your life. Would you agree with that?
I agree.
All right? So how many people, okay, would say, I'm always stressed. And if you listen to them, talaga namang nakaka-stress silang kasama. You are stressed, you're feeling stressed because to begin with, nakaka-stress ka rin kasama. Agree, disagree? So, sinong stress sa bahay? Sino mga stress dito? So, wala nang stress. Zero na. Alright. Your communication strategies is also greatly affecting your relationship with other people. The way you express yourself is the way you're receiving it. If the way you speak is always on a negative tone, most of the time, you are receiving things also on a negative tone. Think about it. Who can agree? Your level of communication, your strategies in communication, also affecting your level of satisfaction in your life. Many people have a very low mental energy because there is a problem in self-expression. Think about it. If you have something inside your mind, if you are feeling something and you cannot communicate it well in such a way that the people around you can receive it, will you be satisfied with life? Think about it. If everything that you will say will be received differently by the people around you, what kind of life are you living? Hindi nila ako, ano daw? Oh, ano sabi Coach Lau? Hindi nila ako naiintindihan. Many of you experience this. People think mataray ka. People think mayabang ka. Ano pa? People think matapang ka. Ano pa? Or those people having a very strong personality, sino yon? Or those people who got, who seems to be timid, and people think na dahil mahina kang magsalita, alright? In a low pitch, a small voice, feeling nila, ang pangit tong term eh. Okay? They can take advantage of you at pwede kang kayanin. Okay? How many of you would agree with that? Or you can experience that? Okay. How many of you would agree with me also that communication strategies can hinder or can improve your productivity level at work? The better you can communicate, the more strategies you have, the more things you get done. Some people will even have to think twice if they need to ask help. Some people can easily just grab a phone, hello, I need help. Some people can just do chat and say, crowdsourcing, right? Or some, like, I need help on this. But some people would think, hingi ba ako ng tulong? Anong iisipin nila? Ang dami mo nang inisip yung iba nakakuha na ng tulong. Hello, who's guilty? Emoji first. Emoji first and then hands second. Sa mga naka-online. Kasi kita sa mga nakandito, di ba nakita ko na yung mga emoji niyo, parang coach. May emoji din po kami on floor. Kala nyo sa online lang. O may emoji kayo tapos taas ang kamay. Next. One thing that always impaired with your communication strategies is your ability to meet your goals in life and achieve your dreams. You cannot communicate. You cannot express yourself. You can't even deliver what exactly you want. How in the world do you believe? Can you imagine goals being achieved? You can't even verbalize it. You can't even write it. And finally, without ability to communicate, there's also no ability to solve problems. Would you agree? There's no solution. You cannot even communicate the problem. So what solutions are we looking at? Now, if communication is an interchange of thoughts, okay, where you can use writing, speech, or signs, okay, for those people who have impairment, okay, and for those of you who can communicate in writing and in speech, what do you think is really your greatest, okay, if you're watching online, you can put it in a comment, what do you think is your greatest challenge, okay, why you're not able to communicate your thoughts properly? What is the greatest challenge that you have? Most of the time,
the reaction of the people that you...
the reaction of the people or your anticipations of the reaction. Because you have to initiate the communication first. So your anticipations of the reactions. Anyone there? Ang sarap ng kain ni OM. Diba? OM, Coach Danny, ano kayo dyan? No? Ang sarap eh. Sarap eh. Okay? Anyone? What is the most challenging part in communicating? In communication? Problems with listening. Meaning, you cannot get the response that you... Okay. I like what he said. Pwede itong mag-coach, oh. Sabi niya, because you're not... tama. I like what he said. You cannot listen well or actively because you are busy gathering your thoughts what to say next. Who's guilty? Emoji again. Who's guilty? Now, how do we communicate is actually what we are talking about here, the verbal and the paraverbal. How do we communicate? We've got the verbal and the paraverbal. What is the verbal? This is what you are saying. Exactly what you are communicating. And what is paraverbal? How you say it. It's not about your emotion. It's how you say it. So you're saying the same thing. But think about it. How do you say it matters, okay, to the other person receiving the thoughts. Hence, the way you say it affects everything. Because most of the time when you deliver your words, when you communicate, you are just focused on expressing yourself. Agree? Si Jello sabi niya agree. Think about it. When you communicate, the focus is how, okay, for you to deliver your message, what you wanted. Okay? But what about you being understood? Okay. Paraverbal, have your tone, your speed, your pitch, and your volume. Yun yung sinasabi mo kanina, Coach. Alright? Now, together with this, we have also our non-verbal cues. Okay, what are non-verbal cues? Your body language. Sige. I like that. I want to test that. Can you say yes to the person next to you with this thing? Yes! Okay, try it. How does it feel? Sinong na-confuse? Yung nagsasalita o yung nakikinig? Hindi siya convincing. Kala mo nagbibiro. Kala mo nagloloko. Okay. And most of the time, when you're not able to express yourself fully, you will receive a different reaction. Okay? And that would have a toll on your mental health, on your mental energy. Because imagine expressing something that you are so proud of, you're so happy with, and then the person next to you was just like, okay. Have you tried that? You are full of excitement. You're so happy. With all the smiles.
Ginawa ko na yun, coach.
And then the person next to you just said, all right.
Nainis pa sa akin, coach.
Ikaw pang kinainisan. Okay. Yung wala. Dun. Okay. Can you look at the person next to you? Kung may katabi ka. Okay. Can you tell me exactly right now what that person is thinking? What is the person next to you is thinking about right now? He's thinking exactly what I'm thinking about. Baba natin ng konti o itaas natin ng konti. What is that person feeling right now? Ano pong ano po ang nararamdaman? Ha? So feeling niya. So pareho kayong happy. Kayo naman? Ano? Oh. Okay. Communication barriers happens when you look at the person, and even before the person speaks to you, that person, okay, is already communicating something to you. Isn't it? So tingin kayo ulit. What is that person communicating to you? Huwag mo akong kausapin. Meron?
Load.
Many people speak different language. But in paraverbal communication, we say that they might be communicating the same language, but they are sending a different interpretation. Correct? Even if the person tells you today, I'm happy, okay, with a facial expression that is not so happy, and with the speed and the tone that it's not so happy, okay, the message that you will get will be the other way around. Okay. How do you communicate happiness? Let's try. Paano? Come on now. How do you communicate happiness? How? May emoji. How do you communicate happiness?
With words or body expression?
Either way, how do you communicate? Okay, try to communicate happiness to the person next to you. Come on, do that person a very good. Give that person a favor tonight. Communicate happiness. Tinatakot nyo eh. Huwag nyo takot. Feeling may tama, di ba? Okay. Let me just do a round check. Do we have happy people in the house?
Yes.
Who's happy in the house right now? Si Rog, alam ko may happiness to kapag may boomerang mamaya. Okay. Let's try. Who's happy in the house? Who are the happy people in the house? So, tinan nyo. Pag happy, by talaga, taas ng pitch, right? Okay, now, do it now, okay, when you want to communicate privately to the person next to you. How will you communicate na masaya ka? Come on. Natawa ba siya? Tingnan. Rog, hindi siya natatawa. Masaya na ba siya sa'yo? See? How many of you here was able to convey happiness without words? Sino nakapag-convey ng happiness without words? Meron? Taas ang kamay. O magtaas ka daw ng kamay. Natuwa ba kayo? The test if that person was able to convey happiness is natuwa ka. Natuwa ka ba? Kinonvince. Hindi ba natuwa ka? Okay. How many people in the house right now experience trouble in the workplace or with someone else during the day? Sino? Baliktad eh. Tingnan natin. Sino? Sino dito? Okay. Who among you here experience trouble, difficulty, challenges at work or with a relationship within the day? So bakit pareho yung emosyon? Yes! So sino? Try natin. Sino po? Okay. Can you express that and communicate that to the person next to you? How? How will you communicate that you experience trouble, challenges today? Paano? Ba't nakangiti pa rin kayo? Sige na, subukan natin. Communication strategies to eh. May pinagdadaanan.
Totoo eh.
Si Christine dito. Totoo. Can relate. Okay. Ano? Ano ko siya nangyari pag hindi makaintindi ng empleyado? Hindi masyadong naiintindihan. I-challenge ko yung mga nasa upper row. I-challenge nyo si Mac and Apple, oh. Mamaya kayo ipa-challenge ko sa kanila. Challenge nyo yung dalawa, oh. Masaya pa rin eh. Mag-communicate ng trouble, masaya pa din. Alright. Do you also know that in paraverbal, okay, your time zone, okay, your time zone, okay, is affecting it. There's an effect about in paraverbal communication. Si Coach Joy daw, watching from Pampanga. Okay, picturein nyo to. Imagine you are talking with someone you have a 14 hours difference. Imagine that. Gabi ngayon, umaga dun sa kausap mo. Hi, Master Coach Kendra. Tonight, by this time, it's like 8, almost 9 o'clock. And in her zone right now, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. How will that affect? All right, now, say a greetings to someone who's 14 hours delayed. Yeah. Or ahead of you. Oh, gabi ngayon, umaga na doon. Oh, paano mo sasabihin yun? Or umaga pa lang sa kanya ngayon, gabi na sa atin. Mababa na. You are the one communicating because it's already night. Your energy is a bit low. Gabi na eh. Right? And then yung ka-communicate mo, rise and shine. Pag nocturnal, pareho. Kaya kami pareho eh. Nocturnal kasi kami, ay, ganon, pareho yung energy. What we're saying here is the time zone affects your paraverbal. The time zone affects it. Okay, Coach Marin, hello. Oh, di ba?
Sa akin naman po, parang siguro, parang we think about that kasi it's normal. Pero for me, it depende sa tao.
Depende sa tao. Meaning?
May tao kasi na kahit anong oras ng araw, sobrang alive na alive.
That's what you say. Actually, Coach, actually, hindi siya RJ, meron kang peak. Kung pareho yung peak mo, gabi mo ang peak, umaga sa kanya yung peak, pareho kayo. What we're saying is, the time zone generally would affect. Kaya, there are communication, okay, that better if there is a big time zone difference to communicate in email or in chat. Kasi mas pareho yung tempo. Ba? Remember, Mac was saying kanina, the second, the underlying, okay? And the underlying is affected by the time. Yeah, think about it. Kahit pag madaling araw, picturein mo, pag nagsasalita ka ng madaling araw as against umaga at hating gabi at ng hapon. Di ba magkaiba? Oh, try natin. Sabihin mo yung salitang, I'm excited today. Sabihin mo ngayon. Tapos gabi na. Tapos gabi na. See? Oh, ulit naman. Try. Tell to the person next to you, I'm excited today. See? Merong may Riza, oh.
Meron siyang, parang sa point na yung happiness mo, yung energy mo, may certain point lang na naiipit mo yung energy, tapos wala mamamala siya kasi pagod ka na eh. Nagkapata ka.
Absolutely. That's why we begin with many people attempts to communicate, but you are nullified because of the many things that you say or how you say it. You're getting the point? All right, let's try this. Okay? Let's talk about now your paraverbal communication skills. Okay. Try saying this word to the person next to you. I didn't say you were wrong. I didn't say you were wrong. Okay. What is the message that you get? Anong message yung nakuha mo?
Sa akin,
Okay, let's try it again, okay? Tell to each other these words, okay? I didn't say you were wrong. Say it. Balitan kayo. Go. Try it. I didn't say you were wrong. Come on. The first implication, the first thing is implying it wasn't me. Okay, how will you say that to the person? Implying that it wasn't you. The next one, implying I communicated it in another way. That's what you're saying. There are three ways here. Implying it wasn't me, meaning hindi ako yon. Implying I communicated in another way around, and the other way is implying I said something else. Using I didn't say you were wrong. Come on, try it. I didn't say you were wrong. Okay, try this. Okay, try this. Okay, place the emphasis on the word on the word I. Try it, try it. Okay. Okay. Now, try this. Put the emphasis on the word say.
I didn't say you were wrong.
Finally, you're getting it. The third, you're getting it? The third one. Try saying it with the emphasis on the word wrong. Okay. Okay. Give the person next to you a chance to say it now. Oh, yung kabila naman na magsabi sa'yo. Emphasis on I, emphasis on say, emphasis on wrong. I say wrong.
I didn't say. Practice nga ito.
Yes, yes, okay. Acting workshop to. Alright. Are you enjoying this so far?
Yes.
Yeah. I want you to really to understand that by simply changing the emphasis on the statement, changing the emphasis and the focus on words, you will be able to convey a different message. So I didn't say you were wrong. Try it. Put a note in there. First, you try putting the emphasis on the word I. Second, on the word say. And the third statement on the word wrong. It changes. Okay. Sabay-sabay po tayo. Put the emphasis on I. One more time. I say you were wrong. So, sino daw yun? Nasa ng ano? So, implying it wasn't the person who's wrong. Next, put the emphasis on say. I didn't say you were wrong. So, ano nang gusto mong sabihin? You are communicating a different thing. And the next thing, the last way is put emphasis on the word wrong. I didn't say you were wrong. Mali. The power of pitch. The key is your voice. And definitely people will react to it. When you operate on the low frequency, the low pitch, you're serious. You operate on a higher pitch, you're anxious. Try it again. Okay, say, I didn't say you were wrong on low tone.
I didn't say you were wrong.
Sing. May halong, naramdaman nyo, ano sabi? May halong konsensya. See? Try it. I didn't say you were wrong. This time, let's move and let's play with your pitch. Run it on a low frequency, on a low tone. Ay, wag kayo mag-modulate. Yan. Now say it on a high pitch. I didn't say you were wrong. So ano na? Walang walang-wala.
Away na yan. It's either mag-resign yung tao.
Ano na? Ano siya, RJ?
It's either away or mag-resign yung tao.
Or mag-break na.
Or mag-break.
Relationship na, di ba? See? If sabi nito ni RJ, ano na yan, away na yan, o break up na to eh, di ba? The way mo sinabi. Coach, may relasyon tayo? Okay. Say more, the same statement, I didn't say you were wrong. Say it with a smile and a warm voice. Tuwag-tuwa si Risa. So what happened? What happened? Anong nangyari when you said it with a warm voice and a smile? Anong nangyari? Roj, parang ayaw mo siyang kausapin, no? Now, let's try this as well. Sit up straight and say it as if you're listening. Attentively. Ayan, ganon. Say it. Naman, try it.
Ano yung pag-away?
Yeah, I didn't say you were wrong. Sit up straight. Sabi sit up straight eh. Oh. Sit up straight. Yan. So at least we can stretch. Oh. Sit up straight. Okay, say it. I didn't say you were wrong in a manner that you are listening. Yan. Paano masasabi niyan?
Sa inyo ko ba sasabihin?
Ay, hindi po sa kausap niyo. Bakit po sa akin? To the person next to you? How does it feel? If you're watching us online, I hope you're trying this and having fun as much as we're having fun on floor. Ano ginawa? Sabi ko nga, sit up straight eh. And, alright, let's try this. I didn't say you were wrong. Say it in a way that is monologue. Kausap mo sarili mo. Inner monologue. See? Now, that's the pitch. That's the posture. Now let's try the speed. Say it as fast as you can. Wrong lang as sinabi. And say it slowly.
I wrong. I wrong. Or I wrong or you wrong.
Okay. When you talk about strength of speed, Okay? Your speed can make your listener anxious. Alright? Or your speed can make your listener feel important. Right? Okay, let's try this. Talk to the person next to you, saying, I didn't say you were wrong. First, communicate, okay, in a way that that person will feel anxious. Okay, communicate it in a way that that person will feel important. May ganun pa din, oh. Okay. In Tagalog, wala naman akong sinabing mali ka, wala akong sinabing mali ka, wala akong sinabing mali ka.
Wala nga.
Wala nga. Wala naman. Alright.
Wala akong sinabing mali.
How are you enjoying this so far? Workshop! Can you give yourself really a big hand? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Palakpak na nga lang eh. Okay eh. Subukan natin pumalakpak daw sa tenga. Palakpak ka daw sa tenga ng katabi mo. Nakakatuwa. Sabi ko palakpak sa tenga, pumalakpak sa tenga niya. Okay. Now, let's settle. And can you please tell the person next to you, thank you for cooperating. Okay, can you feel the sincerity? Okay. Parang wala naman tayong naramdaman. Can you feel the sincerity? One more time, can you feel the sincerity? Parang hindi. So sabihin mo dun sa katabi mo, thank you for cooperating. Listen to our online viewers. Okay, I challenge you, do this at home, do this at work, do this with people around you, and please, really, when you do the challenge, you will really feel, you will really notice that the way you send, convey your words, your thoughts, affects the whole, even your mood. You realize your mood even changes. Okay, for those of you coming in a low mood, in a low tone, in a low frequency, the way that you have exercised and practiced the communication strategies will immediately boost your energy and immediately boost, okay, the way you feel right now. Because here's what happened. When you try testing different communication strategies, listen up, all right? The reason why I wanted you to try this is because the way, the way you feel is dictated highly by the way you communicate. So every day of your life, if you do practice different communication strategies, that alone will perk up you for the day. That alone will send a different message to your brain. That alone will send that excitement, that energy, that boost that you need. So hindi mo kailangan ng ibang tao, mag-practice ka lang ng communication strategies every day of your life. You start feeling the energy to flow. Would you agree? Many people, okay, starts the day on a low frequency because at the beginning of the day, you are already proclaiming, you are already declaring, you are already saying that that day will not be beautiful. You start saying, eto na naman, nagising na naman ako, wala akong gagawin, nakakatamad and stress and everything. Now, for some of you, you don't badmouth yourself, you don't do negative words and all, because many of us believe that it's all about the words. But for some of us, it's not even the words, but how you say it. As simple as, good morning. How do you say good morning? Try it.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
It's not it's to you, okay? Because you are sending the same emotions. For the people, yeah. It's not, ma'am, because we tried the same words, right? The same statement. And if you communicate it in the same tone, how you feel? Low. Yes. You would still communicate it the same way, ma'am. Pag galit ka, diba, imagine this, di ba po, pag galit ka, kahit i-control mo siya, nararamdaman pa rin. Yeah, but it's the same thing. That's why we talk about the non-verbal cues. No, what I'm saying is you have to be very conscious, okay, that the way you say it and your body posture, the tone and the speed, okay, matters. Because like you're controlling it. And how are you controlling it? You're controlling the speed. Okay, so I'm telling you that if you control the speed, it's either the person feels being anxious, di ba? That's why po minsan, you are trying to communicate na hindi ka galit. You are trying to communicate that you're okay. But how is it that the other person can still feel na galit ka? It's because the speed. It's because of the tone. It's still about the frequency. Yeah, but if you can, okay, if you can pay attention to the verbal cues, it will change. Ano meron dyan, coach? It will change. Kung ano mo pinagagagawa?
Regarding.
Ano sir? Sige, sa RJ, pwede kang mag-share.
Sa akin po kasi every morning, even though maraming iniisip bagay-bagay sa office, sa
Yes.
family, I take time na when I say good morning or when I enter the office, yung
Energy.
energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. That's what I'm about to say. The way you say good morning, even to yourself, in the morning, the first thing, try it. When you open up your eyes, of course we pray and all, the first thing that you say good morning to yourself would affect the rest of the day.
Tapos other thing pa yung ginagawa ko sa office, let's say, yung isang staff sa office,
Apo.
hindi niya alam yung ginagawa niya, minsan nagkakamali siya.
Yes.
Minsan nairita ako kasi paulit-ulit ganyan. Pero when I go to the sa table niya and then teach her kung ano siya para sa dapat gawin,
Opo.
hindi niya nahalata na nairita ako.
Correct. Ang ano lang natin doon, sir, ang draw lang po natin doon, kung hindi niya alam at hindi niya nahahalata, sometimes the sensitivity of the person is being hindered. Kasi hindi niya alam. Di ba? Basahin ko lang po to. Communication is our outlet to express our thoughts while taking photos. Taking photos gives us time to be curious on how we look. We let leave the vanity in photos and behold in okay daw. Sabi ni Coach Ed, let's leave down the vanity in photos and be bold in asking questions. I think what Coach Ed is saying here is really how you express. Okay. Let me just cap what you asked, ma'am, and what you were saying. All of us have a different communication strategies. And all of us have different reasons why we communicate in certain manner. Some of us communicate in certain manners because that's our personality. Okay? So we communicate, okay, Coach K! Oh, hello daw. May ganun siya talaga, Coach A with all the exclamation point. Okay, Coach K. Okay? Our communication strategies, okay, differs primarily because the way we communicate is dependent on our personality. Many of our strategies in communicating is dictated by our own personality. So if you're tough, you're strong, you're timid, that's being affected. And the reason why I allowed you to go through the drill, because many of us neglect the fact, okay, that in as much as you want to communicate properly, and if your way of communicating is affected by your personality, it becomes a riddle to the person listening to you. We have one online guest, one online viewer right now said, my son is riddled and asked me, what's wrong with you, mom? For those parents, you've heard that from our children. What's wrong with you or from your spouse? And to you, it's just like nothing. It's your tone. Many of us, our communication strategies is also affected by our emotional state. So you communicate in ways and manners when you're happy, when you're sad, you're excited, you're low mood, and that's a frequency. Some of us communicate in manner of how busy we are at work. That's why many of us will communicate in haste. Some of us will communicate in a normal speed because we have time. But some of us will just pass through life, boom, just like lightning. But really, with all of these things, nothing beats the way we communicate is the way we know ourselves. Our manner of communication is directly proportional to how much we know ourselves. In response to you, ma'am, if we know ourselves, exactly, if we know ourselves, we have full awareness of our tone, our moods, our energy, our emotions, our personality. We will be sensitive, we will be conscious, and above all else, we will be caring that our words shall be received by the other person in a way that we have intended it from the very beginning. Many things will affect the way you communicate. But if you know yourself very well, you love yourself, you respect yourself, you will have the posture to communicate in manners that the way you convey the message, it will also be the same way it will be received. Words have meaning, words have meaning, words have meaning. But the meaning that originates from you would have a different meaning to the person receiving it. A beautiful communication will allow the recipient to receive what the giver is giving. And a beautiful relationship will never happen without a beautiful communication. No matter how you want a relationship to bloom, if communication strategies will not be improved, will not be part of how you know yourself, will not be part of how you care for the person next to you, your relationship will not bloom. You want a beautiful relationship? Have a beautiful way of communicating. Communication strategies matters only when relationship matters to you. Good night, everyone. This is Coach A. Thank you for joining me tonight.